How did I know that was going to be the first question? Uh, yeah, Quinton's, he's a young, maturing guy. He's starting to do things the right way, off the field, on the field. I thought he played physical in the couple weeks preceding him receiving that black shirt. I thought he tackled well, and he's just maturing within the group. He's catching up to the other guys. So I thought he was deserving of one, and we awarded him with one.
Minnesota's offense, they're pretty banged up. They lost their second starting running back. I guess what challenges do they present, just given the personnel they've kind of had to shift this season?
Yeah, well, I mean, you got a little bit of the unknown, right? You're probably going to see a young freshman running back in there. You don't know. He could be not as good as those guys. He could be better than those guys. He's just was the next guy up because of his youth. He could be the next great one. So we got to prepare like it's the best running back we've seen back there. You never know if they think that their running game is not going to be where it needs to be. They might start throwing the ball around. They might have some interesting wrinkles put in there. Obviously, they get in a lot of interesting personnel sets with multiple tackles in the game, multiple tight ends in the game. You got to be ready for all those different variations of formations, all those different variations of the run. You got to be ready for number 12 to come in the game and be a running quarterback and kind of overtake that wildcat role. You got to be ready for a running back to go back there and be the wildcat. You've got to be ready for the RPOs off the hard run action. So their offense poses a lot of difficulties and a lot of intricacies that you need to get ready for on the weekly basis.
Coming off a bye week, are you preparing yourself for maybe some new wrinkles, and not only to make up for what they're dealing with personnel-wise, but maybe to try to throw some new stuff at you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't know what they're going to do. They've had a week to prepare. I'm sure they'll have some new stuff going on. You got to do the best you can do to play rules football, get your eyes clean, and do your job. And once you do that, then things kind of take care of themselves. But they'll definitely have some things going. I'm assuming they'll have some trick plays or some gadgets coming out of there. But definitely they'll have some new wrinkles coming off a bye week and with new personnel in the offense.
What have you seen from Quinton Newsome, the quarterback? Just thoughts on him?
Yeah, so I mean, obviously we've seen him a lot over the last couple of years. He's a guy that's matured within the offense. I think he knows the offense as well as probably anybody in the program or that they've ever had, being his third year as a starter. I think he's got control of the offense. I think he does a good job with the football. You've seen him push the ball down the field a little bit more this year than he has in the past. Willing runner. He's not really their quarterback run guy, but he definitely will take off on a scramble. He will pull the ball and go. But I think he's just got an overall good command of what they're trying to get done on offense.
When you have a secondary and deep experience that you guys have, what does that allow you guys to do as opposed to if you had a younger group? I mean, these are fifth, sixth year guys. Is there a shorthand that you guys are able to kind of go with at this point in the year?
A shorthand?
Just in terms of communication that maybe you don't have to, like a nod would do it as opposed to calling something out.
Oh, I mean, I think those guys are they kind of know what they're going to call, but the other piece of that is they understand splits and formation so well that they'll pull out a tool maybe that's not practiced or that maybe not be for that particular formation, but they understand the splits and they might change it. So they're still communicating. Their communication is high, and they're letting people know what's going on. So I don't know if it's just a nod or anything like that. They're still communicating at a really high level, and they need to if they want to do some things that are maybe not necessarily drawn up on the diagrams for this week.
Is that a group too at defensive end? You can look at some of the guys who aren't starters and say, man, those guys would be starters in a lot of other situations for a lot of teams.
Yeah, I mean, you thought, without getting our guys returning, any number of those guys could start. Braxton could start. Noah Miles could be a starter. Marquise Buford's playing really, really well right now. But you got a lot of guys in there that have quote unquote experience, whether it be on special teams or getting some reps in some of these games that are very valuable to us. Not only taking some plays off of the older guys, but also kind of developing them for their turn.
What has Buford shown you? Because he's been really, really well. What types of things is he doing now that maybe he wasn't his first go around?
Yeah, I think obviously coming off the injury, we didn't get to see him much until the beginning of this camp. He's shown in practice what he can do at corner, in some limited game reps. But then I think he's really separated himself special teams wise right now. He made some unbelievable plays last week against Michigan. He's shown that the speed, he's shown the confidence, he's shown the physical ability to make a tackle in space. He's shown us that he can cover in practice. He's done a really good job, and he's a very intelligent young man.
What are some things that you've noticed that Minnesota does offensively to try and throw off other teams?
Well, like we talked about, I think they're going to put an extra tackle in the game, 2 extra tackles in the game. They're going to make some of the same formations with different bodies. They're going to have a dead receiver. They're going to have live receivers. They're going to have some unbalanced. They're going to run their run plays, but they're going to do it out of, like we said, multiple personnel groupings, multiple motions, multiple formations. And I think they're going to have a little bit of a formation of the week, a little bit of a run of the week each week to try to throw everybody off and maybe complement what they really want to get done in the run game.
What do you tell your players? Because I think Minnesota ranks second in the conference in time of possession and like to hold the ball on offense. Just what do you, going into a week when you know an offense is going to kind of hold the ball, what do you tell your players?
Yeah, when an offense is going to try to hold on to the football, it's every play is that much more important. Not that they're all not important every play. Some of these offenses, no matter what happens, if they get 1 first down, it's probably not going to take a ton of time off the clock. With a team like this or any team that's trying to hold the football, every play is so important, and we need to minimize, what they gain on first down and second down so you can get them into a third down situation. These teams that get real big and can run the ball, they thrive in 3rd and 1 and 3rd and 2. You need to keep them out of those situations and time off the clock. If we can get them to a 3 and out or a 6 and out, that gives our offense another shot to have the ball in their hands.
What's the next step in the evolution of this defense by regular season play?
The next step is just we need to play better. Error-free. They played a good football game the other night, but too many explosive plays out there. Most of those were some communication errors, not necessarily communication, but a little bit of a bust here and there. So eliminate the explosives, cause more turnovers, get more sacks. That's probably the evolution.